Hello, it's Rachel and I'm back for my end of March update. So I only have 2 projects to share. Fairytale Town, still completing my 200 a day. It's been a bit of a struggle so far this week. It's Wednesday today and I'm yet to finish my 200 stitches, but I still feel like we're making progress and I will do my 200 stitches just to meet my self-imposed deadline. So I've filled in quite a lot in the house. I've finished off these flowers in this area, filled in the green section. We've got a little gate coming across here. So yeah, it's making good progress. I'm still trying to bring this section down. If you can hear rattling, that is Luna eating plastic. I don't know whether anybody else who's got a cat, they're obsessed with eating plastic, but she does it all the time. And then my other project is my new calendar cell. So I'll put a picture on the screen so you can see what that looks like. It's a really cute robin design. So I've been working on that for the last 3 days. Let's just move that one out of the way. I've made a decent start on it. And I've just started doing some of the back stitch as well on some of the flowers. It's on a Jobelan fabric. This is what I cut it off. I've had this in my stash for quite some time. It's 28 count Jobelan in the colour ivory. And that's a similar colour to what the mock-up chart had. So yeah, it's starting to take shape on the flowers, and the little bird's beak is somewhere around here, so I might be able to get onto that tomorrow at work, certainly before the end of the week I should think. Anyway, that's everything for this first update of the month, and I will see you again soon. Hello again, it is Sunday morning and it's going to be a bit of a short update this time because I've only actually worked on 2 projects. It's just been a really tiring week at work and I've just been too exhausted to stitch when I've come home. So I've done my morning stitching on Fairytale Town, and yesterday, because I was even struggling with Bart, I just concentrated on this piece, but I have done quite a lot. So I've got all this pathway filled in over here. There's a girl and her dog there. I think the girl was started on the last update, but the dog has now been put in. I've put a lot of extra stitches coming down here. And then I've gone up to the roof area of the house. I've put in some of the purple half stitches. And then I've done the chimney and I've done this greenery here as well. And just a few bits and pieces. I think I put these stitches in down here on the house. So I may stick with this again today. The reason being, you might remember a few videos ago I said that I've done something to my arm, possibly torn some ligaments, or it might be tennis elbow, something like that. And that's not gone away. And it is playing up a little bit today. So I may just put my 200 stitches in here and call it a day, I think. Try and give it some rest. I might do some reading instead, and I've got a few things to do around the house anyway, planting some seeds. I've got some cooking to do for the freezer, etc. So I hope it's not too disappointing that I've only worked on this one really and my work project. So I'll show you my work project as well. I have made fairly good progress on this one, I have to say. I think this is turning out really well. So very happy with this. I've got quite a lot of the bird done now. I'd done some of the back stitch last time. I've only done a tiny bit more, I think, to finish the thread. And then a few more pink stitches and green parts on the branch. There's a huge nest here and there's a little March sign over here and some eggs in the nest and things, but that's coming along nicely and I will continue to stitch that as well in the coming week. So that is more or less everything. I do have one new kit to share, and this is Dimensions Garden Bouquet. So I mentioned on my last video that I'd ordered 2 Dimensions kits, and this one just took a little bit longer to come. So it's one I've had my eye on for a while. I really like the colours on this one. So yeah, that's that. It's on 14 count ivory Ada. I will most likely change it out for probably something like this. This is a Jobelan. It's pretty much the same colour, maybe a touch darker on that one. But that's it. That's everything for now, and I'll do another update throughout next week. Welcome back. It is now Wednesday. I'm just back in from work, and I'm just going to give you a little update. So I've worked on 3 projects so far this week. So as ever, the first update is Fairytale Town. I've been working on the roof of this house here. Just bringing this across a little bit more, and just continuing to make progress on this one. I've got just under 5,000 full crosses left. I think with the back stitch and half stitches, it's about 6,500, something like that. It's definitely under 7,000, but yeah, about 5,000 crosses, so very close now. Then my work project is also making quite good progress. So I've got all of the pink flowers stitched now, although I've not done all the back stitch. The bird is pretty much finished apart from his legs, and I've just started on the outline of the nest, so one of the colours is in, but I do have some greenery to go back and stitch, so that's where I'm at right now. But another really nice project from this cell, so really enjoying it so far. And the final project that I've worked on is my Luca S water lily piece. Not very many stitches have gone into this. It's the one that I've been doing after work, and as I've said many times before, I'm usually really tired when I get in from work. So yeah, it's pretty difficult to concentrate on doing stitches when your eyes are so tired. But I think I've filled in some of these blue stitches down here. I think I did some over here as well, just to use up the thread, and then I've gone back in to fill in the last petal of this water lily. So that one's more or less complete, almost ready for back stitch. There's a couple of stitches in the centre there that need doing, but I'll probably finish both of the water lilies here and back stitch all that area together. And the target for my whip go, well, I put down 20%. I would ideally like 25% completed, and I think we're on about 18 at the moment, so a little ways to go on it yet. But it's not the end of the month, so we've still got time. All right, that is everything for now. Hello again. It is the last Sunday in March. I think it's the 28th today, so not many days left. This is Fairytale Town. I think we've about 4,500 stitches left, something like that. So I've worked on filling in this roof area. I've done quite a lot of stitching around here. I got this lamppost in, and then I've just started filling in the path again to bring this area down. So still on track for end of April finish. I might try and bring that forward a little bit during the Easter holidays if I can. I do have quite a number of other plans, so we'll see. But yeah, well, there's a week of stitching while I'm still at work, and then this Friday is Good Friday, so it's a shorter work week, and we'll see how it goes, you know. But yeah, we're definitely on for a finish, hopefully by the end of April, at least. Then my work stitch is also progressing nicely. So I've got quite a good number of stitches on the nest. You can see the outline where the eggs are going to be, and then there's the sign that says March on here as well. I've just got a couple of stitches in there at the moment, but you can kind of see where it's going to go. Sort of a rectangular wooden sign, I think it is, that says March on it. Still a lot of back stitch to do, obviously. I've only got that tiny amount at the top, and then there's some yellow stamens in these flowers as well to be added. But really like this. It's a super sweet little design. And yeah, that should be finished soon as well, in the next week or so. And then my Whip Go call for this month. This is Luca Water Lily. I've not quite met my goal yet. So my goal is 20%. I would have liked 25, but the goal on my Whip Go board is 20%. I'm currently at 19.5%. So I think I've got about 200 stitches, and I've only got a couple of days until the end of the month, but I'm hopeful I can meet that target. Yeah, it'd be nice if I can get that target, and it's, you know, I don't think it's that many stitches really, but I have been working on it today. I've filled in the last remaining stitches on this water lily. I've done some over here, some of these stitches across here. I've brought this blue area down in places. Did a few stitches in this area as well. So with this one, I always feel like I'm showing it and it doesn't really look like I've made that much progress, but you know, it is full coverage and it's a little slow and steady. And I'll be happy if I get to my 20%. That's basically what I wanted to do for the month. And it's as always, it's, you know, it's difficult to stitch after work, and that's when this one has been pulled out, apart from the weekends. It's just particularly towards the end of a half term, you know, I'm so exhausted when I come home from work, and we had another parents' evening this week, so that was impossible to stitch because, you know, by 7 o'clock at night, when you've not eaten all day and you've technically almost done 2 work days in one, yeah, it's just not really feasible. Anyway, they are the 3 I've worked on. Next month's Whip Go call is this one. So I thought I'd show it where we're at so far. This is another Merejka piece. This is called December. And this has been called for next month. I think it's currently... Actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say the percentage, but I've got no idea what I'm talking about, really. I did have it originally down for 2,000 stitches, but because I have the Saga file for this, I think I'm going to go on percentages for all my Saga files. So I'm going to turn all my stitches into percentages going forward. It might be at 20%. I really can't remember, but I think it might be at 20, 21%, something like that. So I think I'll go for 30% for April for this one. And it's on a 32 count fabric. I know I've not shown this one for a while. It's a 32 count Zweigart fabric that I dyed in a very pale blue colour to match the kit fabric, which was Ada. And I love this. I really love this project. So I'm happy that it's been called. In the back of my mind is always I need to get the daffodils finished, which is my first Merejka project. But I do prefer stitching on this one for some reason. I love them both, but I prefer stitching on this one. So it'll be nice to get back to it and see what progress I make. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Although there is a couple of days left in the month, I think this is a good time to wrap it up. Because it's at the weekend and I've got time to edit the videos and get them put together at a suitable time. If I left it till the middle of the week, there'd be absolutely no chance of getting a video out at a time that's conducive with the 1st of April, which is Wednesday. I can't believe how fast the year is going. Yeah, I think the year somehow seems to go faster when I'm doing 2 updates a month. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it seems to go faster. The other thing I was going to ask is, so a couple of people have asked at different times, would I do a kit parade? Well, I've actually done one of those and I've shown all my kits. So, and I know it was a couple of years ago, but it's not actually that many videos ago, because in the last couple of years I've not been that regular in updating my channel. So as an alternative to that, I thought it might be something people want to see. Maybe it's not, you can let me know. A pattern parade, so my digital patterns that I've bought on Etsy. If anybody's interested in seeing that, let me know, because that is something I could do over the Easter holidays. And you know, I love sharing my patterns. You know, it's good to share with a community that's excited as you are about different designers and different patterns that you've bought. So let me know if that's something you'd want to see. All right then, I will see you again in April.